Well, cool.
He's got the beard, so.
You guys want to pivot back into the video game space?
Yeah.
We're already there?
Yeah.
Felix, do you want to talk about Wastelanders, what they announced at PAX?
It is PAX related, but you were saying, S-Rivs, that the Bethesda event didn't take place actually in the convention
during
center.
The pre-show, or actually before the pre-show. It's like, so Bethesda actually rented out a comedy club outside of the convention center.
That's cool.
Well, it was cool, but I'm stuck on something. But they actually, you had to exit the convention center to go to this thing. I mean, it was open till 9 o'clock at night, I think. And I kept saying I wanted to make a point to stop by. They were doing a lot of cool giveaways, some demos. It seemed like, that's one thing that I really missed out.
Yeah, you met Diamond Jab, a good friend of ours at the show.
Oh, good.
He's
we got to shout that out.
Great friend of ours. I think him and Jay, who's in our Discord who hang out a lot, I think they met up there because Jay's from Boston.
Oh, shit.
I think they met.
Diamond and Jay meet?
I think they met at this thing because I know them. I remember talking about like this comedy club where this thing was happening.
He didn't mention that.
If we went to PAX this year,
they were planning. I don't
we would
know
100% go meet up with Jay.
But yeah,
oh, absolutely.
100%, yeah.
They were at least they were planning it and it was on the books. Whether or not it actually happened,
we got to follow up on this because Jay didn't say anything today. He hasn't said anything. I don't remember him saying anything.
I have to ask S-Rivs
Yeah.
something very important, near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Where do you stand on Fallout 76?
Be honest.
I bought it. I played it for 20 minutes. I uninstalled it.
You hated it, huh?
I still hate
This
it.
is
Yes.
you would agree.
No past tense.
You would agree that this
There's
is a
no past
judgment-free
tense.
zone, wouldn't you?
No, I would not agree.
not in this case.
Felix.
Not in this
I'm
case.
going to be real with you. I'm
I
gonna
agree
be
with
real.
that.
When Neo was like prepping me, he warned me that you would bring this game up.
Oh, I bring it up a lot.
I know you do because I've watched your streams.
No, I right now I'm maining it. I'm maining it.
That's cool, though.
Mainlining it into my fucking
Maybe
veins.
you'll help
You're
me.
no-lifing it. We learned
I'm no-lifing
no
it
life.
last
Is that something you
I
play
can't believe
PS4?
you didn't know.
PS4 and Xbox.
So then maybe I'll get on with you one day and have you.
Now that is a game that he can carry you in. Unlike the show.
I can carry
No,
you.
He can
that's what I'm
absolutely
saying.
do
Okay,
that.
look. I've already said this on the show, and I'm going to reiterate it for S-Rivs. Okay, this is the only game that I've played in recent years that's co-op,
Right.
where a person's performance, if it's ahead of their friend's performance, the person who's ahead can support the person who's behind.
Yeah.
So a lot of co-op games these days, the design doesn't fit with me. I figured this out. It took me Division 2.
Yeah,
We had this conversation.
Yeah.
We talked about Division 2 and Destiny and how in those games you are co-op and you're doing raids and things like that, but you're also working your own grind. And your grinds are kind of like bubbles.
And you know what you're grinding for.
Yeah. If everyone's grinding at the same time and they all are going for the collective things simultaneously and you're playing together all the time, then there's a perception that what you're doing is all together and all the same.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's not. A lot of people are functioning in their own bubbles. You can't trade a weapon. That was the thing I talked about.
Yeah, I don't want to go down too much of a rabbit hole, but you can in the Division 2.
Oh, you can trade
drop
weapons?
Them.
If you're
can't
playing
trade
drop
them,
weapons,
you can drop them.
Playing
Drop
together,
guns,
yeah.
and you get loot in that instance with your friend, you can drop it, and it'll be high level for you.
I'm not
to help
making a
them out.
blanket statement here.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
This is pretty blanket.
Not all, but I'm saying not all
Get
games.
cozy. Where's my pillow?
Not all games fit into this mold.
Right.
These are just experiences that I had.
Sure.
Personally.
Yeah.
But in Fallout, I can always support people with crafting materials and like guns and.
It's more open that way.
It's very
sense,
open
yeah.
to do that.
Oh, it's
you know?
very open.
In some
It's almost
cases,
as
to a
if-
fault.
It's almost as if they didn't have any rules when they went, let's make this game.
It's almost like
Right?
there's no boundaries.
It's almost as if they just put it out.
But anyway, I wanted to talk about this event that happened at PAX because and I'm not the only one. Juiced is a major YouTuber for Fallout who was very critical of Fallout 76 when it first came out. He played it a lot, but he was still critical and of the obvious limitations that happened when the game was released originally. That people pissed off half the fan base. I mean, literally half the fan base were like, fuck this game, it's not
You're being
Fallout.
nice.
Not my Fallout probably was a hashtag that was going around. Not my Fallout was a hashtag that was going around at that time.
I believe it.
Plus they botched marketing shit. Like they promised things that
bag,
were wrong.
the rum bottles.
There were
Oh, man.
features that
This
were supposed to
bag.
come out. Then those features, some of them were paywalled behind the membership.
Internet
like-
historian, great video on this game.
Yeah. So, like, it's documented that they botched all this. But this Bethesda Game Days event shows that not only are they apologetic of that, but that they want to meet the need or the demands. They're listening to whatever all the people are saying.
And that's all anyone wants from a game these days. Like, that's all we're asking is, like, just listen to us.
So not only did they bring back full dialogue choices, but they're better than Fallout 4. That's not just me saying that. That's me watching numerous videos of people online who played the game at PAX that weekend and said that they made it so that it's more dynamic, like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, where you could have negative charisma checks and things like that.
Yeah, the dialogue system in 4 sucked.
It did. Yeah, it didn't represent. It was voiceover.
You were on rails.
So you were on rails.
Railroaded you through essentially.
The whole time you were on rails, you could only play
resolution.
You could only play the specific storyline they wanted to play, and if you picked other things, it had no meaning.
I've never been able to pin down why I can't get past Diamond City, but I feel like that's part of it.
That's got to be.
That's like another piece of the puzzle here.
I think we're figuring it out.
Because I love 3, I never get past more than a couple hours of 4 every time I try.
No, that's exactly my problem, because then you get stuck in that one combat situation, and if you don't get through that combat situation, you can't get to that part of the map you're trying to get to, and then you rage quit, and and then you uninstall.
So this game is going to sate the needs of the player that I have been, which I've been playing it since day one, and they met one need I have. I've always had the need. I'm in the loot craft scrap grind. No, sorry, I did it wrong. The LSC. The loot scrap craft grind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It puts me in a good place to like do that over and over again.
So then that's why you should play Hard Space Shipbreaker, because
that's
literally what that is. That's exactly what I would use. That's what I would use to describe that.
I did not disagree with. Like, I thought that footage looked good.
Yeah,
so.
you're not, and in that game, you're actually
I got you
literally,
guys all hot and
literally. I can't even function right now. You are literally scrapping. You're not just like collecting and then pressing a button in your menu that turns it into pieces. You're like cutting metal off of a fucking ship, which is
and like
cool
if you
as
don't,
shit,
if
man.
you don't do it right, there's consequences.
So
blowing up reactors and doors and venting your suit and all kinds of fun stuff.
So there's a lot of things that you could say about the new game. Yeah, sure. This character named Mort that you see on the screen, or Neo doesn't have it up right now, but the character named Mort that's on the screen is actually voiced by Jason Mewes.
I was going to ask you. I was like, I have a very important question.
Yeah.
I heard Jason Mewes is a ghoul.
This is him. This ghoul.
That's crazy.
What's up, you guys? You ready to fucking do some Fallout? Like, I can just hear him.
Yeah, but
I got some cool guns and shit.
Boochies.
That's amazing.
But
them caps, yo.
My favorite thing that can probably allay the fears of all the Fallout fans out there who are worried that other people will interrupt their experience, okay? The new feature that they developed, that they're developing dynamically as the game goes on and becomes more of the service game that it was intended to be, it's going to be called instanced buildings. So what an instance building is when you enter the building, it'll say, you're going into this building, and this is going to be your instance and your friend's instance.
Like Red Dead, kind of?
I don't know. Is that how Red Dead works?
I don't know.
Probably.
It kind of does something like
Probably.
that, but anywho.
World of Warcraft does it.
Essentially, you're not going to run into an issue where you walk into the building and then it's already looted, or the story. But
God, it looks like a Fallout
have
game
already
now.
been met.
So weird.
What a concept.
Juicehead, the YouTuber Juicehead, who's a huge Fallout guy, Juicehead said that what he liked about it the most was the cameras were dynamic. Like, it's not just you looking at the person. You can actually look around, which you couldn't do in previous Fallout games.
True.
You would lock in like they're doing in this footage right here, and then you couldn't turn your head, but you can actually turn your head while you're looking to look around and everything like that. But yeah, what I like about this is the instance buildings. I also love the fact that there are public spaces that right now are barren, full of nothing. And when I go back into this game, being a seasoned user, I'm going to have all these anecdotes about what it looked like before and like how this changed.
Kind of like Final Fantasy 14 rebooting.
Probably. Yeah. Like they completely.
This is your Realm Reborn, dude.
Exactly.
This is your Realm Reborn.
So there's a section of the game that they're showing right now. This is I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's called I'm blanking right now. But if people have played the game, there's a big like tower, a green tower in the lower part of the map.
Okay.
Yes.
When
I
you
know exactly
when you
what you're
go to
talking
this
about.
this
PTSD
place, it's
already.
like a dry. It's like an old lake bed, and it's dried out. And you go to this place, and this is just decrepit and old and falling apart. It's in the area of the map where you have monorails. And look what they've done to it. They've completely changed this. This is normally completely barren. People who play the game are going to know. And they've turned it into this in-game kind of social hub that is just blowing me away with people that I'm going to be able to interact with. The one major...
I know this place.
Right.
Yeah.
This big green tower thing. I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. I think it has shore in the name, but I can't remember.
That's okay.
The one thing Juice had said, and I kind of agree with, that he's worried about, but he also said it gives him hope, is he's worried that this could be just a limited amount of content. Like, we'll burn through it in a few weeks.
It's possible.
It won't be developed enough. But he said that if it's this good, what he experienced, and he burns through it fast, that's not necessarily a problem, because it could mean that in the future they're just going to come out with more content that develops on the mechanics.
It's a live game that's ever evolving, right?
Yeah, right.
And this is the first example of them finally kind of evolving the game
and giving people precisely what they need.
I think I have a list of all the things, like a breakdown of everything they talked about. I think the coolest thing that stands out to me is they're doing the Destiny thing and they're adding bows.
They are adding bows.
Really that was a huge when Destiny added bows. I was like, hell yes, sign me up.
This footage shows you that there's going to be bows. They show some of the bow gameplay. They showed more than they showed in the trailer. They showed first-person bow gameplay in this, which was really cool. Right. There it is, right there. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to rock the bow. But I'm right now on 2 consoles. I'm in a legendary farm, so I'm constantly farming legendary weapons. All my characters are now post 50. And the coolest thing about it is they said it won't matter if you're high level. You do not have to create a new character. Mm-hmm. You can if you want, but it really doesn't matter.
It just converts and imports your stuff.
No, all I have to do is start the game like I normally would and go to the places where the stuff has changed. And there's going to be people there to talk to, and they're not going to treat me any different than they would a brand new character.
It's going to be like you're playing a whole new game.
Like a DLC?
I'm telling you.
It looks like
this is the Big Ben Tunnel. I've never been to the Big Ben Tunnel once. There was no reason for me to go down there. Mm-hmm. Oh. They completely are turning a part of the map that I've never gone to into a place where I should go now.
That's a good use of assets.
Yeah. So the other thing, for the future, not only we talked about the present. The thing for the future that makes me excited, it's not coming with the Wastelanders, but it's going to come. They said later they're possibly going to have an end game legendary perk tree that you would go through. So once you hit the level 50,
then you have those skills,
or level 100 or whatever it is, then you get to go through a different perk tree and unlock different weapons, more powerful weapons. Up until this point, the only thing anyone can get in the world are 3-star legendaries. When you look, there's potentially 6 stars. Everyone's wondered, where do you get 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star legendaries? Well, it's got to be coming in the future with this legendary perk tree.
Cool.
So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it with you because I might. This might be the thing that brings.
But you did buy it on. You bought it on a console.
Yeah, Fallout 76. I bought it on Black Friday.
You bought it on a console.
Yeah, it's on PS4.
I have it on PS4. So
sweet. We're gonna game it.
I've been trying to build my PS4 team.
Let's go.
I don't have a PS4 team.
You just grew by one more.
Me and my friend
I don't know how
Plantano
dedicated
Loco.
I'm going to be because
if anyone,
insurgency, but
if anyone's going to sell you on this, it's Felix or
I already know.
Not only can I sell you, but I can give you plans the minute you come into the game.
That'd be great.
I stash plans constantly on my PS4 character for the one day, the hopeful day when I have a team.
That's so
you have a little
mule you carry with you.
So it makes me feel bad.
my primary day for playing it on will be I don't know what your schedule looks like on Tuesdays, but
Tuesdays are I'm here right now.
Yeah.
Usually Tuesdays are pretty open. And
pretty off
because I'm here. No, I'm open. I stream on Tuesdays.
So I'll do it probably in the morning, and we could do a co-stream if you wanted to.
I've been actually trying to get back into morning streams, so that would be
terrific.
I
play with a buddy of mine named El Plantano Loco, and I've been kind of ushering him through the game. Like I've been giving him plans and supporting him.
Yeah.
And he comes in. I told him I'll play every Tuesday with you if you want, man. So
sold.
I keep your streams on at work during the day a lot. I just look over. Oh yeah, he's doing more Fallout.
I bet you love the moments where I go, Todd Howard.
We don't love those moments.
He's sticking his middle
because Todd Howard's going to watch one day and be like, "Fuck that guy."
I have these streams, dude, where I'm just like today, man. Like for 5 minutes, I was like, I get this like deep, dark-seated hate
get
in
the
my
rage.
soul
The deep rage.
for particularly this game, but then it assuages itself because like I eventually get in and we're playing and everything's good.
Next time I'm in your chat, I'm just gonna tell you, dude, it's just a game.
Just chill, bro. Yeah, it's just a game.
Oh,
It's just a game.
We're not gonna go down that.
Don't go down that road.
Did that
No,
already.
not touching it.
I'll ninja kick you.
Yeah.
Shoulder charge him.
Yeah.